says it's great to be here in Dayton, because Dayton is the heroin capital of the country. And my favorite heroine is Wonder Woman. I've noticed a lot of towns and cities in Ohio are not pronounced the way they should be. Lima should be Lima. Bell Fountain should be Bellefontaine. Wapakoneta should be avoided. So I live in Troy, Ohio, and in the schools in Troy, in front of every school is a sign, drug-free, weapon-free area. And that's not right. When I went to school, we had to pay for drugs and weapons. Well, I didn't pay for drugs, because you know the expression experimented with drugs? I was part of the control group. And I didn't pay for weapons because I went to a military school. I went to a Catholic military high school. First they taught us to kill, then they taught us to feel guilty about it. It was Our Lady of Guns N' Roses. So I'm walking out of the grocery store, and this boy yelled at me, "Hey mister, buy a raffle ticket for my soccer team." I said, "But I don't want a soccer team." Yay! I met a guy from the Coast Guard, and he said the Coast Guard is trained. If they see somebody floating this way from Cuba, the Coast Guard yells out 3 words, "Can you pitch?" So how many of you like baseball? How many of you don't like baseball? How many of you didn't come here to answer questions? Yay! Speaking of shopping, I was shopping at a toy store and I saw a board game called What Would Jesus Do? But I saw that it cost $29.99. So I wrote on the sign, Jesus would wait till it was on sale. Hey, Jesus wouldn't pay retail, Jesus saves. Yay! So I don't have any children. Yay! This lady at work had a child and said, "We're naming our daughter Nevaeh." Nevaeh, I said, "What's that?" Nevaeh is heaven, spelled backwards. I said, "Oh, isn't that stupid?" So I was on the internet looking up #1 songs because I wanted to know what was the #1 song 9 months before I was born. What were my parents listening to the night I was conceived? It was by 3 Dog Night, Mama Told Me Not to Come. But I really don't like music. That's why I listen to country. Because you know when you play a country song backwards, you get your wife back, and your truck back, and your job back. But that's true about other kinds of music. Like if you play an opera backwards, you wake up and realize you haven't wasted 4 hours. If you play jazz backwards, you get jazz. And if you play a rap song backwards, then you trust the police, you respect women, and you learn how to spell. A rapper who can't spell, that's ludicrous. Yay! So I don't have children, but my sister does, and I said, "Sis, your children should learn foreign languages. All children should learn Spanish and Japanese. Spanish to get along with their co-workers, and Japanese to get along with their bosses." Well, that joke killed at the Honda plant. Bonsai! So I majored in history in college, and that was a mistake. It turns out there's no future in history. Oh, I know. And I had to get a GPS to drive around all these places that I go to. My GPS has a knob on it, where you turn the knob and it speaks in different accents. So I turned my GPS to a southern accent, and now it stops at every Waffle House. The brand name of my GPS is Magellan, which means it would die in the Philippines. What, too soon? I know. So, a couple of years ago, there was a movie that came out called Draft Day. It was about the Cleveland Browns making their draft choice. A friend of mine was an extra in this movie, and she said, I don't know why they want me in this movie. I don't know anything about football. I said, it's the Cleveland Browns. None of them knows anything about football. Yeah, the quarterback they picked, not only was he ambidextrous, but he could throw with either hand. I watch way too much television. I realized this when I saw my neighbor walking her dog. I went running out of the house going, bad dog, what you gonna do? What you gonna do with all that poo? I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, and I went back there last summer, and I found out that Chicago had the second highest murder rate in the country. The mayor of Chicago was on the news saying, I know we have the second highest murder rate, and we can do better. Watch out, Detroit, we're gunning for you. Yeah. And now, that's my time for this evening, so thank you.